when it comes to team fights. But instead, they open up with the Sven very early on in that second phase. I believe one of the reasons is Final Tribe, they banned out that Lone Druid. And there aren't many good carries left in the pool. Troll has been banned out, Morphling too, Lone Druid, Drow Ranger. Who's left? Like you have your Nikes,
10 seconds
you have
remaining.
your Terrorblade perhaps.
When was the last time we actually saw someone run a TB?
TB is just a dead hero at the moment, and instead TFT, they go with the Lion. That's some more control. That's a solid position 4 or 5, most likely going to be that 5 in this game.
This gives Alliance the opportunity to snatch up that Earth Spirit you talk about, which would be pretty good as also a block against TFT maybe going for the Darkseer, although there's not really room.
10 seconds remaining.
So it wouldn't really be a block pick. It could still be beneficial for them, especially to snipe out that Lion, who, well, will be trying to snipe you out with the fingers.
Team pick.
They go with the task. They go with this. This is what I was talking about earlier. They like these tanky frontliners on their position 4. They want to have a hero that's going to be able to buy a couple of bracers and then roll into the middle of the enemy team and just create chaos, allow the rest of his teammates to just work their magic, right? Like the Sven, Shaker, and Kotal will.
10 seconds
yeah, this is looking like a solid draft so far by the side of Alliance. The only thing that I'm worried about right now is Kotal and Sven versus Darkseer and Doom. That lane might be really scary for Alliance. Sven is strong, he's beefy, he's bulky, but once you get that level 3 on Darkseer and level 2 Ion Shells, it's very simple for DS and Doom to just dive them super hard. This TA though has been picked in the second phase too. Well, second pick of the second phase, so there isn't really a lot of maneuverability left available for Alliance. And TA is such a powerhouse on mid that there aren't many heroes that dominate her or play really well against her on that mid lane.
We could see Alliance try to just dip into that Kunkka that they feel safe to usually run against the TA. Quakefer is formidable in this hero. At the same time, we talked about that matchup before, is deceptive. Because of the Torrent and the way it burns through Refraction, you assume that Kunkka does great in this lane, but, well, how do you hit those Torrents? Then that's the other thing. Actually, even if you hit the torrent, I think the biggest problem is like you can get X early on, but let's say you get X early on, what is it, 26 seconds, I think, level 1 cooldown? And you want to be able to exploit that for regen back in base, right?
It's a good Koikwa hero, right? So there's that. You can look at it that way. Perhaps you can pick something that's not that good versus TA on the lane, but something that can recover in the jungle. So you have multiple ways of looking at it and approaching this matchup. You already know that TFT is going to put that TA on mid, so you can figure out a way of dealing with it. Another reason why TA is so good in this game is the fact that you talked about with that torrent. It gives you a way to deal with the refraction, right? But right now they have nothing. Perhaps Ember would be a good pickup for them. And TFT, I believe if they're going to ban anything right now, it's going to be that Ember Spirit. It's a good pickup. Lion does provide them with a lot of control, and there's Doom too. But there aren't many heroes that work really well versus TA left in the pool. So perhaps that might be the reason why they ban it out.
There'd be a lot of validity for an Ember to build into a Linken's in this game as well, right? With the Lion Hexes as a threat as well as the Doom. So it could make a clear path for Ember in terms of itemization and way to play the game. Possibly the most obvious choice to them. I mean, it's not like they want to get Viper on the side of Alliance. There's not really many passives to break here. Queen of Pain is a myth of a lane. You know, there used to be the people thought that was the counter TA, and then as better Templar Assassin players came through. Actually, all right, that's one as well. And then they go for the Wraith King. So this is like what priority is keep TA alive. They now have a second core that can't die.
Yeah, keep TA alive. A hero that can build into a Radiance on that Wraith King. Also a hero that benefits from Darkseer a lot. You give him the Surge, you give him the Iron Shell. Oh, whoa. Hello there, mister.
Hold up. Okay, there was there was an undead quota required for this draft, one apiece apparently, and this is a very abnormal pick, most people would say, but we've seen this before in the mid lane. It's actually absurdly dominant when you get 6 right because of those choke points. If you play around them, with your ultimate. And consider you have a Tusk and a Keep the Light and a Shake. You have so much control around choke points here.
You have a lot
This
of...
could be... Wow, Liz. Like, tell me your thoughts on this. Like, what is it good? Is it ridiculous? Or is it very risky?
I have no clue, man. That's my professional analysis. No, I'm kidding. I've seen a couple of Clink's games, and yeah, as you said, it can be really devastating for the enemy team, as those Skellies, not only are they good around choke points, they also give you vision, which is really good, and you can chase down a target into the fog. It's also a hero that can build into Diffusal, so you have a way of dealing with Frost Wraith King. And apparently, Alliance believes that this hero is good versus TA on mid, so we're gonna see how that matchup ends up panning out. I think that TA is still decent in that lane, but yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward at seeing this game pan out. I'm looking forward at seeing how Koikwa plays Lynx, because it is one of the heroes that isn't really picked a whole lot, and that's why we were both surprised with that pickup.
I guess the more you think about it, though, there's actually quite a lot of validation behind the pick, because we mentioned the combos around choke points, but even when it comes to CSing, right, there are not many heroes in the game that can contest a TA's last hit because of that extra damage out refraction, right? And the pure splash. And the heroes that usually would, they focus on their own farm, and those are usually melee heroes, right? Because they have the Cullen Blade, and they know that the denies won't come through. The counter side is you're in range for the TA. This choice, though, you've got those Siren arrows, so you can secure your own CS, and in between that, attempting to deny creeps to the TA, you can attack her. Seems quite smart. It seems quite well crafted by Insania here on this smart pick. Or, well, maybe Koikwa just was there happily jumping up and down going, give me Clinks.
Now, this is definitely one of the picks that you have to practice, and one of the picks that you have to be talking about as a team earlier. It's not just like some niche pick like a Meepo or a Broodmother, you know. But overall, Alliance is a team that does everything together. They live together, eat together, breathe together, go to bathroom together. I don't even know what they do together, but
that would explain how long their bathroom breaks are.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm pretty certain they had a good idea, and this Clink's pick is just something that they've been saving up so far.
See if it caught the Farmers Tribe by surprise. It doesn't look like they're mixing up anything in a peculiar way here. Just kind of your standard start, get 3 heroes down bot to secure those runes, Alliance to begin the thing. They're not going for the Gambit play. Well, I say Gambit, not in the team, but you know, you're gambling when you try these 5-man smoke rotations that we've seen a few teams try. And in fact, a few months ago, Alliance was doing almost every year.
On the bottom lane, we're gonna see Boxy going all alone, lonesome to this lane, as they do not want to be planting Sven versus the double Iron Shell. Instead, what they're gonna do is triple on the top lane. And
no, they might kill Boxy here. He needs to be careful. Okay, they decide against it. I like what he's doing, though, because he's making sure the creep wave comes beyond the tower, right? Like, that seems to be the play.
No, I think that was irrelevant what he did. He might still fall here.
Yeah,
let's see.
That was my concern, right? Because he's sitting there. They have 2 Iron Shells up. He should already be dead if it wasn't for the way the Fissure broke up the fight. And he's already used himself. He will be able to TP back. The Infernal Blade is coming off cooldown, though, so this is risky. He has to get clubbed first, and they're going to hold on to it.
They're saving the... Oh, Infernal Blade used, and now he can TP if he wants to. But the problem is he's very low. Yeah, he's just going to fall. So they get Boxy, the first blood goes to Era's Lion. At the same time, Wraith King is completely zoned out on top, so they have to do something about this top lane too. They need to rotate, but apparently they aren't doing it. Instead, they're gonna go again for Boxy.
TP'd back to lane. They're gonna TP down. 2 people right now. Fish is gonna be used. Doing the target. Tiger moves in. They have got the tag team active. Surge, though, will get Hanskin away. It's close, but no cigar. No, the foe hit. He did actually get it off. Insania on point here.
Yeah, the final hit from the tower. Overall, they did rotate both of their supports to go and help the Surge Shaker, as they couldn't allow him to die twice in a row. But what that exactly did is they made this Sven on the top lane completely alone versus Era, who just ported instantly after, and Frost. And now that Sven is gonna suffer. Maybe he does not die here, as he's pretty tanky, but he's gonna be zoned out. He's not gonna be able to farm, and he needs his supports to run back top as soon as possible. And you can see that Keeper of the Light is doing exactly that.
They could actually get him this time. Mike needs to be careful. One more hit will do it. And this is because he went for that cleave build as well. There's no points in Warcry. You think about that scenario. He'll survive as a point in it.
Yeah, I mean, you could go for the cleave, but you're a carry. You need that cleave. You need to be maximizing your farming potential as much as possible. So if he went for the Warcry, he's shooting himself in the leg. Even though if he dies here, it's still worth it, I believe.
But it's also the point in which he had it, right? Like, his support TP'd out. He thought he was actually safe at that point. So he's already committed to the cleave. He didn't even have the option.
We didn't really talk about that mid lane, have we? We have the Koikva doing fairly well. 12 CS, 13 right now. On par with Chessie's TA. So not really pressured whatsoever. Doing very well. And now we see Taiga.
Nice shots. Tag team is there. Chessie already used the refraction. He's going to try and move towards Quickfoot, but the damage is already done and he will fall.
That tag team is so good with Strafe when you think about it, because there's too many attacks coming from Koikva.
Absolutely. And the thing is, if TA doesn't pop off, right? Let's say Wraith King had a rough start. Let's say he doesn't get that much gold. Where does your damage come from to stop Quickfoot? Because if he uses Strafe, Chessie can't go in for these 1-2 tap obliteration tactics, right?
Well, so far he's been doing really well. He's keeping Klinks always on, let's say, 50% or under 50% HP, but he hasn't stopped him from farming. And the last time...
Boxy. Oh, I have to interrupt that fort because this is all too familiar.
Era on top lane, however, getting really low, but they're not gonna get Era. At the same time, they do take down Boxy, as you just said.
Throwing him under the bus, but there's always a balance to the art of doing this, right?
Oh,
there's only so much you can do.
Taiga!
Oh, going in? No! Taiga is just stuck in, but the Earth Spike will come out. Luckily for him, Frost had 2 trees to cut.
He just snuck in behind him, took down that tree and tried to tap him once from behind, but didn't really manage to. And Era uses his Earth Spike on Taiga and, yeah, survives. Now it's on Tusk, I believe, to start rotating across the map. They can go down for this Wraith King or go back to mid lane for Chessie again. There's a lot of plays that this Tusk can do. When you're looking at a position 4 such as Tusk, you're always looking across the map and thinking, are there many heroes that have mobility spells such as Blink, such as Leap, right? And in this game, no one has it. Like, you can go on TA, you can go on top lane. There's so many opportunities for him. But I believe the best plan for them right now is just to fight around these bounties, as they're going to spawn in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, they're not even going to try and compete, or maybe Box is going to try and get one spot. This is risky. He's been getting punished so far due to the iron shells. Face that risk here. He'll get one and he'll back off. He's not going to try for the second one. That'd be... It just seems like no one's going to come down here to help, right? It's this level 3 iron shell now. I don't think anyone could help.
Taiga, mid lane, the Sierra, and Koikva is going to help him out.
It'll be an easy kill. It's a measly level 2 line. He doesn't even have a point in the hex yet. That gets Koikva ever closer to that level 6 burning army. That's where he can pick off Chessie pretty easily.
I believe bottom lane might be Dowen. Boxy has to run to the trees.
He already has the helm of the Dominator.
Look at that catapult just following him.
This is a sad, sad Shaker life. They're just tanking the tower together. Could cut as many trees as he can. Panic mode sets in, but it's too late. Taiga. Oh no. He arrived into the trap. Era was rotating in, expecting some assistance here. Nice ice shards, though. Perfectly placed to get him out.
Era couldn't move as well.
Okay.
So they were just perfect, helping him get out and also preventing Lion from chasing, or Hanskin too.
I was concerned for him for a second there, because I remember when this map change first came out, I was hearing about bugs with this tree down here. I actually thought he got permanently stuck there, which would have been a devastating thing for Era, who's already under-leveled and would have had 50 seconds to down.
Mid lane, Chessie. Snowball is
Going
there.
In. There's the burn army as well. They'll TP, but it's too late. Chessie will fall. They actually bring Hanskin in, which is bold. Be careful.
I expected Koikva to start hitting Hanskin too, but considering Lion is around, it's better to be a little bit more careful. You already took down the big bad target, EA.
Yeah, you already used the tag team as well, so you haven't got that bonus damage coming through. Safe than sorry. Steve, come around the back.
I like this from him. Oh, like he's coming and perhaps he can do an action around here. However, the Fort, the Radiant Fort has scouted him.
Steve, he doesn't actually have any mana to work with. He's got the Soul Ring now. This could be clutch. They'll try and chase through. The snowball already used, but there it is. Boxy, he's angry. He's fed up. He's had enough of this crap. He finds some vengeance.
Gets that good kill. 870 gold. We'll see what he opts to go for. Usually Boxy goes for power treads into Aghanims or even straight axe. He's not really the biggest guy when it comes to blink daggers. He just doesn't get it on his shakers. We'll see. We'll see.
Jump in. Era. Oh, he was the up spike, but that's all he'll get to do.
Taiga being a good boy and leaving Mickey that last hit right there. And
it was tempting.
Yeah, this top lane has went very well for Alliance. There's 56 CS on the Sven, only 30ish on Frost. Frost is 1000 gold behind, and this is the story of every series that I've seen these two teams play. Every single time the tri lane or the dual lane, which has the carry of Alliance, does better than the dual lane of TFT. Every single time, somehow they just win.
And you know, I actually respect what Frost is doing here. He's not going for a greedy Midas build. He realizes... Oh, wait, no, he is. Oh, no. He switched it up. Yeah, he had someone else queued for a second. Okay, this is... So, based on the fact... I'm going to stick to my guns here. It would have been good if he went for an armlet or blink or something that allows him to get involved. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Well, the Midas is going to enable him to scale a bit better. Radiance is a really good build in this game too, as it's good versus the Klinks and the Sven. But as you said, going for a build such as Midas right now is going to prevent him from doing a whole lot in the mid game, and then you're going to have the TA that just wants to farm, right, and the Wraith King that wants to do the same. So two heroes that are going to be pretty... Yeah.
They don't even commit the Burning Army. They know they can just kill him outright.
Ult.
And now they throw it out. They'll bring down once. He leveled in the reincarnate. Can they get him a second time through a question? It looks like they can. The Burning Army's still going. It might be enough. Going to get him low. One more hit needed. They were going to protect Klinks. They'll get the kill on the Wraith King. And Hans can barely survive himself.
Wraith King dies, and at the same time he did use that big ulti. If he survives there, it's worth it. Overall, you do want to save that point for as long as possible, but in a situation such as that one, you're around your shrine. You're expecting your teammates to come and help you, to come and save you, so you do level up that ulti. I can't blame him. Sadly, it didn't really work out for him.
I am deeply concerned, though, because he goes to his bias build. Like you said, he'll level up, he'll scale better, but it's a Klinks, right? Despite the change to his hero, the thing that he still does incredibly well is burn through your towers.
Burn through your towers and find these pickoffs. Now, I'm wondering if TFT is gonna adjust and plan these sentry plus ward combos. Right now they have two sentries, one on mid and one, yeah, on the entrance on the river. But there we go. Now Era plants another one in their jungle. They need many sentries. Oh, this sentry is so good. Gets two observers with it. Very well played by him.
Good feeling right there. Era's like, oh my god, golden XP, I've got it. And he's got the tome as well. So is that going to reach 6, or was that just shy?
He should be getting very close to 6. Not complete level, but with a creep or two, he should be getting it. And the tome, that is.
Be very good. Blink is pretty squishy, especially seeing as he's going towards a medallion build. We're going to tank up. That ball coming out. Doom's level 6. He wants to make a play, but he won't get a chance. The stomp won't matter. One more hill. The Vision Boxy. Echo Slam as well. They catch on to Xyb. He can't move away quick enough from this. He'll surge now, but it may be a little bit too late. They need one more hit. Can't find it. Just about gets out of range. Yeah, I guess he just pokes at the tower. They glyph the creep wave to try and keep it up. Keep the push going. In the meantime, Darkseid will still go down. The Burning Army. Oh no. Quick fast. So quick to move across.
Moves across, uses his ultimate on the high ground right here on the stairs and catches that Darkseer just as he was running towards his shrine. Very unfortunate, and this tier 1 on mid might fall now too.
That's worrying because Darkseer was the only one really doing okay. A Templar Assassin 4K network. It's a Templar Assassin. You're going to get some gold. It's inevitable.
So Lion is one of these heroes that's really good against Klinks, as he's very squishy, right, and brings you a lot of control. The problem with him right now is that he's playing versus Shaker, versus Tusk, and versus Klinks, so there's a lot of heroes that can get easily on top of him and just blow him up instantly. He can't really approach them. And let's see, they're gonna try to go for either the Earthshaker on the bottom lane or the Klinks, but if they only find the Tusk, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, they're trying to sneak past him right now, but he breaks their smoke, they'll move in, Hex is gonna come out. At least that's something. The spike used. Better kill him easily enough. They'll give over to Frost maybe? No, Hans gets the kill.
It's
they get the tower as well.
Yeah. They get Taiga and they also go straight down mid to take down that tier 1.
And they have to be careful not to kill themselves too hard here, because this is the rough part. Is if you look at Boxy, he is committed now. He's got the Ags queued up. He wants to go for that first. And the thing I've noticed about Shaker Ags Rush is the game completely gets deceptive, right? It's like, they're weak. They're not doing anything. Because the thing that you forget, the thing that doesn't creep in the back of your mind quite quick enough is, yeah, Shaker would usually have a blink dagger at this point, but Ags is so much more potent, right?
Yeah. It just beefs you up, and it gives you the same initiating tool that the blink would, but in multiple ways, and you can still be hit and initiate with it. So it's really good. I love that item build, and Boxy plays so well around it. It's not only how good the item is, it's about the way the player plays around it.
Oh, they're going to try and punish him though. Hex on to him right now. Boxy going to get clubbed up. They don't have the mana for the Doom. The thing is coming out. Snowball won't be quick enough to save. Suzu stomps. To secure the kill. Hands throws him away. War's Punch gets him. And Era's going to go down as well as Quick, but gets a double kill. Can't quite get the Centaur creep, but that does slow down Boxy. They knew what he was up to. Pays the price.
Boy, Quadge is doing so well. We're on the map. Is 7-0-2 after the laning stage, 13 minutes in. Has 3 raid bans, Medallion and Power Treads. He's having the game of his life on this Clinkz.
Definitely a force to be reckoned with, and you know, he's doubling down. He's going towards the Solar Crest. He's not going to try and tank up like some heroes might. You know, you don't typically do drums, but for example, you might see someone try and rush a BKB if they're threatened. He realizes.
And with the ultimate orb, it's good for him. Solar Crest is not too bad. I've seen this item picked up by Clinkz a lot, and it's a good item for him. However, there's a surged up. Oh, that Doom is there too.
Doom. Jake is not quick enough to protect him either. He's going to run away.
There is a portal and the Tusk. This should not work out very well for them. Yeah, he's fine.
Too fast for Skeleton Walk, as level 1 Doom doesn't really do any damage to you at all.
Maybe if he approached him from the fog somehow, he could have doomed him and then continued with Infernal Blade, but just the Doom and the Dust, it's not good enough, and his teammates are there to help him out.
Yeah, I think his assumption is, if I can just Doom him before he Skeleton Walks, right? But come on, the cast animation on Doom is long enough that any pro player should get Skeleton Walk off before.
Obviously, definitely, unless you're hit from the fog, right? So,
or unless you're playing on 2000 ping.
Yeah, maybe if you went 2000k ping. Good old days.
That could make the difference.
That can definitely make the difference.
Didn't stop Nip from winning though.
If you're playing from 3 years ago. Top lane, Insania.
Be fine. He's a little reluctant. He sees someone coming because he had that ward down. Push them back. Can't even Ignis. Because if he Ignises, he breaks the trees and reveals himself. He won't need to because reinforcements are coming in. 3 runes go the way of TFT, but how many heads will go in the way of Alliance's favor? Skeleton Army gets dropped. Era's going to go down, and the panic. Frostlight, no, I need out right now. Got a TP, he'll try for it, but they see it, Ignis gets dropped, and he will not be escaping alive. He just got the reincarnate back, and is going to lose it again. It's still only level 1. This is painful.
Yeah, there we go.
The man of the moment who distracted him so well. He doesn't even leave. He's like, wait, why am I leaving right now? We can commit to a push top here.
The wall sponge from the Tusk, and everything committed for the Great King to die twice there. Easy job for Alliance. Bottom lane?
Boxy covered in. Yep, they'll block him off the fissure and the ice shards as well. A little bit overkill. He's on points them. Reinforcements coming. There's the Echo Slam used. He baits them in. He's going to get 2 of it. Can't quite kill off Ziva. He's going to chase on the Tiger instead. Doesn't have access to Snowball for 8 seconds. Ziva is a little bit too slow.
Lion is coming in, but a little bit too slow and too late as Doom has already fallen. The wall has been used. Echo has been used. But Alliance come out on top once again.
They got Finger. There it is. The blaster down. Tusk is gone. Not really the kill they wanted, but the consolation prize.
It's definitely a silver lining out of that whole engagement for them. But again, it's not as bad as in that last game. In that last game, 15 minutes in, they were 10k behind. This game only 1k, and even though Clinkz is doing really well, so is TA, so is Red King. They're not doing extremely well, but they're farming at least. They're finding their farm.
Speaking of Clinkz, he's scissoring this. And he can because of the strafe, right? Like, you can just dodge the Wraith Fire Blast. There it is, got the backup anyway. There is no rest for the Wicked. Frost goes down again and making them feel the pain. They even give the kill to Mike, who just broke the 10k barrier. And look at the TA. Nowhere near that net worth.
And now with that Solar Crest, with the God Strength on a quarter, well, I expected them to maybe go for the rush, but they don't have a sentry around, and you're playing versus TA, so you could always have a trap inside and can counter you there. That same TA has been pretty silent for the last couple of minutes. Haven't really seen her engaged in any of these fights. Has the Desolator to work with. Gonna farm some more to get the dagger out. After the dagger is up, she definitely has to start fighting, but by the time that's up, you're gonna have a Shaker with Aghanims, almost. He is
Exactly.
he's on 3,000 gold. He needs like 400 more for the full Aghanims completed.
Meantime, Hansen's going to Invis Rune with bot. That's how they do him. If they could get Boxy here, this would be perfect. But Tusk is in the neighborhood and so is Flink. They expect this maneuver, considering TFT's obsession with this Shaker. They really love his Arcana.
Yeah, they're switching for Darkseer instead.
Jumping. Yep, Fever would be a perfect kill. And with that Solar Crest, they'll definitely get it.
Doom is gonna try to get away, but he's gonna run into Mickey, who instead blinks
no.
out, but he's gonna still catch him.
The stun more, less time. Well, more definitely time. They'll chase him down. Fissure focuses his way. I've got Ags anyway. I'll just come and get XP and go. Give the kill to Nikkei again. Ags is now complete on its way out. TFT should expect this to be coming in a moment.
It just
They do at
feels
least
that
have a blink with Jet.
it just feels that TFT, they aren't really certain about the thing they're doing. They aren't executing fast, right? Like they're moved bottom towards that Boxy, but it takes them so much time to get the Iron Shells up, do everything they want to do properly.
Unlike Alliance, that was a quick move across the map. Snowball and Zeba, who only just got back up, Ice Charge, block him off, jump in, Boxy going deep, God Strength back there, Mikkei getting really loose, and it's going to be stunned up. Zeba in the meantime getting low, they drop the Ignis to try and control him. Quick Spear is here, doesn't have the Burn Army, Speaker goes out, Mikkei, that's a big kill for them, but they still have the formidable force of Quick Butt and Boxy. Boxy moves in, hold on the Echo Slam, Frost, and throw out the stun, they need to be careful, they don't want to stack for the Echo Slam. Back away, that's 2 down already, Tiger will be able to escape, the trap's going to be used, Chessie has Blink in 2 seconds, Tiger. Snowball across the creeps, look to escape from this. Few mishaps from Alliance. They got a little bit too sure of themselves. It looked like they connect, and when they didn't, they refused to go back without anything.
Yeah, Chessie is still chasing though.
Keep going.
Chasey.
Ice shots. It's indeed. Snowball coming off cooldown. And jump in. Boxy, it's not the stack he wanted though. And he'll leave Tusk behind. The blink forward. Boxy taking a lot of damage, but can't tell him it's a 5-second cooldown.
One of the things that Aghanims allows you to do is jump in like that and still be safe to get out. If he has a blink, he jumps in, he has no way out instantly after. And we were talking about the reluctance of TFT to just engage properly and be surgical with their execution. While their alliance was maybe a little bit too surgical, tried to be too fast, jumping from one side of the map to the other without all of their spells ready and available, and they got punished.
They can make it work. Oh, the Doom thrown out on Shaker mid-jumping. They saw him come and they dropped the Burning Army though in a perfect location. Zeba gonna vacuum 2 back. Guess he needs to back away from the Burning Army. No one's dealing with it right now. Hansen's going to stun them up. Moon on the claims. Poik was going to be healed up. It's not going to be enough though. Frost's going to bring him down. Snowball going across on the Era. If he gets capped once, it's going to go down. Tiger with the Warrior's Punch will get the kill and give his life afterwards. While towards the river. Try and retreat. Alliance only have 2 left. They were desperate to interrupt that Roche, and TFT, they saw it as all but predictable.
They're just overdoing it. I believe they have full control of the game, but they're overdoing it. They're overplaying their hand, going in way too fast, instead of keeping this good formation that they had in these last couple of days. They were very disciplined today and yesterday, but right now they're doing some weird stuff.
Very odd. I mean, and you can understand how that is caused, right? It's not just the way there was certain dominance for the early phases. It's also the impact you expect out of an Aghanim Shaker. But at the same time, on the other side, in all that time you've just been cooling off, farming up that Ags, you haven't really seen that Templar Assassin with the Deso and the Blink, and she comes out of nowhere, makes you blink and disappears. We saw 1-2 taps, and suddenly you're 1 man down.
Yeah, and right now the game has changed a little bit. The power spike of Alliance is a little bit off. The Klinx isn't that same hero that he was just 5 minutes ago when he was rotating across the map, solo killing everyone with, let's say, just a little bit help of Tusk. Right now he has to be careful, and as if they jump on top of him, they will most certainly kill him. You have the Solar Crest and 3 Braid Bands, but that's it. No mobility, and more importantly, no save on your team. But this Will-O-Wisp from Keeper of the Light and Snowball that can come in handy, but there's no blink yet on Tusk, so he can't really get there fast enough.
kind of condemn themselves to an extent with this Axe pickup, because all they've done is given the most obvious choice in the world for the Doom, right? As we saw in the last fight. If that happens, where's your control? Where's your initiation? It's a little bit clunky until they get that blink you talked about in Tusk, which is ages away, or if Insania is in the perfect location for the Will-O-Wisp.
Well,
Big up.
Talk about the items on the side of TFT. We have the Crimson Guard completed on the Darkseer. We have, let's say, on the TA, we have the Blink Dagger and Dazzle, but that's old news. Wraith King, however, just completed his Halberd, so he's gonna be able to use it on the Clinks or on the Sven to just shut them down a little bit more during these fights. An item that isn't picked up on Lion is a Blink Dagger or Aghanims or anything whatsoever, as he's just rocking his Tranquils and Wand. But yeah, Era is that kind of a position 5 that just isn't really greedy.
Yeah, you have to really be kicking off, and so far it hasn't been the case. You know, when you're this pos 5 Lion, that's the way it rolls. It's not like Yaps or pos 4 the Secret, where you know you're going to get your gold, you know you're going to get your early Blink and Aether.
We're going to see a smoke from Alliance. It looks like they want to take control back to their hands.
Gonna move into the primary jungle. The thing is, TFT are down in the secondary.
Well, Darkseer is running into them, and he just used his Surge too to farm faster.
They ping. Stormhammer, gold strength. They won't hesitate. They'll make this quick.
He's just gone instantly and has no buyback. They might turn this into a push onto the tier 2 or a bigger team fight. Let's see what they do. Well, God's Strength has been popped, so if they want to do something, they need to do it fast or just bail. As the Darkseer has been killed, yeah, they're just gonna back out.
They realize Bot Tower's pushing in. In fact, Bot Tower, 12 HP. Creep, be distracted for a moment. The range creep finished off.
That's it, yeah. Boxy just not there in time to deny it.
The gold exchange, too bad. Yeah, the TFT. They get rid of a useless tower that they eventually have to address as well.
Jesse just finished off his BKB too. This hero is very strong. TA is in a really good place right now, unless they control her from the get-go. And that's easier said than done. They need the Shaker to have that insta initiation, but because he has that Aghanims, there's downsides to the Aghanims, right? You don't have the insta blink into Echo, so you can't really just control a target before he pops a BKB, unless you fissure from distance.
Boxy. Use that axe to get a dodge. Get a Frost. Frost turns them far enough away that the push from the tier 2 will begin. Boxy could try and initiate, but then you have to get through the TA twice.
Now TFT, they still have the Aegis for 1 more minute, well 55 seconds. So because of that, they're able to just take down these tier 2s without Alliance contesting them. And the God's Strength is still on cooldown for 10 more seconds.
He'll get out. He sees that they're falling back. They're probably coming in his direction. Although look at this in the bot. Anscombe was moving in looking for the runes. Okay, Blink's forward. Sun will come out. And you can pop the Sonic Traps all you want. It shouldn't be enough. Or will it? The Stomp, the Centaur, good enough. Anscombe proving that he can actually be a very confident Centaur. But in the end, it doesn't matter that Tiger's on the low ground. They have the damage and the chase downs to get the kill on the Doom. Pick up the runes. Boyfo will even pick up a tier 1 tower while he's at it.
Oh, that Doom is very tanky. He has a Buckler and a Vessel, plus Phase Boots and plus his old spells like Scorched Earth, right? So it's not really an easy kill. That's why it took them so long to take him down.
Tiger is very close to the Blink Dagger now. Almost 1900 gold. Aegis is being reclaimed as well. The pings come out. No, the error is in this area warding. Found the backup from Aegis. Jesse might think twice about trying to save his life. Be careful.
Blame Wraith King is initiated on by Boxy.
Yep. Fissure blocked him out. Snowball. Charged up. Gonna roll in towards Frost. God Strength activated. Mike thinking twice about just jumping in ballsy though. Tiger sends through the ice shards. Blocks off Jesse. Mike jumps ball for Stormhammer on the Darkseer, but the mech's gonna be used. Build off the Wraith King once. Can they get him twice? Fissure just a tip connecting. The enchant don't follow up. Should be good enough control. Frost's gonna keep on running. He'll try and arm that Tuggle to his heart's content, but Boxy overwhelmed.
I'm wondering if Mike wanted to jump the Darkseer there or to kill him or to just zone him out, because he just does not possess the strength that's necessary to take him down. I believe it was just a zoning God Strength plus jump in so that the rest of his team can deal with the Wraith King, who was so deep in the end that he couldn't get out. EA in the end does get out, but they lost that great timing that they could have used with the Aegis. They had 1 minute remaining on it and they didn't really succeed at taking anything but the tier 2 on the mid lane. And so they took the net worth advantage as they have. They're 1k ahead right now.
Possible. It feels like that might have just been a great call coming out from Alliance, right? Because if the Aegis is being reclaimed, surely TFT's first thought is protect Chessie. They're going to jump Chessie. This is their best opportunity. No one expects you to go on a Wraith King who has a second life like that. Hence why he was confidently sitting forward and they were just sitting behind Templar Assassin who was sitting behind Wraith King.
These kills sometimes you don't really feel them. Like, yeah, it's a carry that died, but what's really important is Aegis has been reclaimed, which means that Roshan will respawn 3 to 5 minutes in. And what they did is they used that time to ward around the dire jungle. They ward this cliff here, they ward here, and because of that, it's very hard for TFT to approach the Rosh pit properly. They're definitely gonna try to, because this part of the area is very important. Like, you have to be playing around it. You can push bottom, but bottom is completely irrelevant. And you can see that they're preparing to do something. They're just preparing to strike, but right now, Alliance, they might have the advantage.
Enchantum, they're going to vacuum in and stomp.
The Doom is good.
Snowball saves going to be there. Mike has to go strength, getting ready to go, but the BKB on Chessie means they don't want to go in too far. Just try and move away. Aishaz blocks them off, and as Burning Army is down, Shiva has to back away. Chessie commits heavily. The Ignis will distract the rest of the team, but can they get on TA? It doesn't look like they'll be able to. Wraith King gets popped once. Doom's already on the sideline as well. Cross comes back up. Disarms Sven. Stun comes out onto Tusk. Buyback is there from the Doom, but it won't change the outcome. The Templar Assassin is down. They find the big kill they need. They buy back on Shaker. They want to go. Good reason. That big kill on Templar Assassin emboldens them. BK? Yes, Blink.
Dire's middle tower is
Can they catch anyone though? Maybe the Darkseer.
Yeah, they can. The stun comes out. The wall vision was there. T-Bay. That's a big kill for them here. Oh, they can push on the tier 2. Boxy blindly guesses with the fissure, guesses wrong.
They can take down this tier 2. The creeps were there, so there's no backdoor protection. And Roshan has respawned, so they can go into it. Overall,
perfect move.
Yeah, you can see the way TFT initiated was really good. But Tusk with that Blink Dagger that we didn't talk about, blinks in, saves the Shaker, just buys them enough time for Klinks and Sven to fight everyone else, while TA is wasting their mobility items to go and chase down Shaker. After which she's left alone defenseless, without a Blink, without a Force Staff, and they take her down. It's so important to buy your heroes like extra 5 seconds like Tusk did right there. He jumps in, he buys his Tusk a few more seconds. He buys his Shaker a few more seconds. Because of that, they turn the fight.
And the brilliant thing from that, you know, is oh wow, what are you talking about, Liz? That was a huge buyback that had to come out. That was expensive for the Shaker, but Shaker, he's content. He's got the Ags. Anything on top of that is a bonus. And to kill the Templar Assassin like that, take the tier 3 tower, and now potentially look towards Rosh. Instead, Mike wants to go in. Fissure is there. He doesn't have to be careful. Doom the one has to be, but the disarm comes out. BKB, Mike going in. Walrus Punch control is good, and Doom is down for 70 seconds. Jeep trying to move away. But they're following through with the Stormhammer. Ice Guard as well. They don't want to commit there. Instead, they force the BKB out of Chessie. With the Burning Army being committed, that should mean that they fall back towards the Rosh pit, knowing that TFT can't commit on them.
Exactly, instantly. It's Bounty Runes and Roshan, I believe, because they should realize that the Doom has no buyback. There's no BKB on the TA either, so there's absolutely nothing stopping them or preventing them from going into the pit, besides the fact that they do not have God Strength and Klinks is very far away.
Still a window. Things could take this very quickly, especially with the tag team Tusk there.
Maybe they're taking a bit way too much. Doom is going to respawn in 25 seconds, but because they took down that shrine on the top lane, there's no easy access point for him, so they can't really approach this too fast. And look at this Rosh, it's just melting.
Yep. No way they can get across in time. Lion on the high ground with Shiva as well, but now they drop the Ignis. They're going to connect with the Fissure, follow up on it too. They got the Enchant Term, come and cool down 1 second. And Shiva, he can't even cast the Surge. With 4 stuff away, Aegis has been claimed. BK with a second life. They're going to keep pursuing, looking for a secondary kill if they can find it. Looks like TFT are quick to disengage.
They don't have any wards on this bottom lane, so they don't see Chessie and Frost where they're moving. Because of that, most likely what's going to happen is they're going to pressure down this mid-tier, well, no tier 3s because it's already dead, but the Raxes are opened up, so they can do that. Lion is still dead for 20 seconds.
And top is going to be vulnerable as well. This kid to be under threat from creep soon. Disarm after God Strength being used. Sven doesn't want to use that BKB for this. He just wants to club in. So the creeps aren't here yet. Some problem with the TA are those traps. That means God's Strength didn't find its value. Move over to get tier 2 at least.
They're gonna get the tier 2. There's still catapults on top lane. They could consider pushing, but TA has just pushed bottom way too well, and because of that, the Sven is gonna be sent back. He needs support, he needs to defend, and this push is just over for now. More importantly for them, they did take down that Aegis. They took a good couple of fights, and they're just gonna outpush this bottom lane. After that, the standard move is to just smoke up and get a few pickoffs before you try and go for that high ground attempt once again.
One of the biggest changes Templar Assassin that turned her into this type of hero that is so potent and so popular is before this hero was for line needing to be ahead. But with the introduction of traps doing damage, as we saw in that last push of Templar Alliance, unable to get in, it just gives you that extra half a minute that can make all the difference when you're playing as Templar Assassin. Right?
Yeah, these traps definitely help so much, just preventing the enemies from pushing. Also, she's approaching her level 25, so she might get the melted bash. Oh, not really there yet, and I'm wondering if she's ever gonna be, as Alliance is looking to fight them right now.
Getting ready. Foxy has the Echo's time to work with. Stormhammer comes out, force stuff getting way back.
Oh no,
on the high ground now. He's stuck up here. He's raw for an Arteezy. Staff will get him down, coming across and Frost going to stun him up, gets hit up by the disarm, but the Burning Army totally plays down. The Eagle's going to get dropped. Shiva needs to move away quickly, and Frost is separated from his team, but the Doom comes out in the Quickfa, moving in. BKB from Chessie, Snowball to get him across and away. He's going to run off. It looks like he might be safe here. They're going to turn around, stun out, going to Chessie. He has no magic immunity to work with. He has no refraction. He's going to get low. Insania going to die on the side. In the meantime, the Raking, the disarm coming out. Echo slam to make sure Chessie can't escape the vision. Turn around. Frost going to go down once. Can they get him twice? He turn around looking on the Doom. Quickfa is still alive, and Frost, he's going to be stuck here. Snowball, vacuum, try and get away, returns to Wraithfire Blast. They clean up the kill on Shiva, and now they're going to chase down Frost for the second time. They kite him out, and this is how Wraith King feels helpless with this build. There's nothing he can do but die. It's a triple kill for Foxy, and the only one still alive is a man who had to buy back in the end is Chessie.
Yeah, he might plant a couple of traps to try and defend mid, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do it the same way he did it the last time, as Nikkei is already there, and some creeps were not affected by the traps. So he didn't really get all of them, and because of that, they're going to be able to take down mid, they're going to be able to take down top. Sadly for Alliance, the tier 2 on the bottom lane is still standing, so they won't be able to go for Megas. Luckily for TFT,
Is Chessie just getting more traps down? He knows mid start to be a problem. You're 2 lanes down. The Alliance, they should back it away. They've still got an Aegis to work with. But I'll be composed about this. They know Mega Creeps is more guaranteed way to win. 17k net worth lead. So much gold just injected into you. You want to spend some cash.
Yeah, they can finish this Daedalus onto the Sven. Like, he can buy it already, but then he wouldn't have buyback. But he does have Aegis, so most likely he's gonna finish it. The Lynx does have that double damage to work with right now as well. And you can see that Chessie, he's already preparing these traps on the bottom lane to try and defend the tower, to try and creep skip, but it's not gonna work. They already have one creep wave.
They glyphed and then mech'd it just in time. Alliance don't want to be slowed down until they haven't got long left with the Aegis. They want to find more value out of it if they can. Trap has been put down though. Need a sentry here. They have to expect there's going to be a trap here, but they don't have any sentries available right now. There's going to be a wraparound around the back by Boxy and Tiger.
You see the smoke of desperation is coming from TFT. They have smoked up. They want to fight around this tier 2, but it's very difficult for them to approach anyone. They need to jump either the Kotl or the Shaker. These skills are so important for them, but they just can't find the angle. Exactly.
And Boxy's so tanky, he's got the lowest, he's got the save available to him from the cast. Oh, that's fair. We force back. They'll heal him up. Creep wave coming in. Double cart wave on its way to the high ground now. Sun comes out, trying to force cross away. Ice Guard blocks him off though.
Aegis has
Sven has no Aegis. He has got a BKB though. Next up, Doom thrown out straight away without hesitation. They're trying to move in the same with the Snowball, but it's too far away. The Stinger across, they'll get the kill. Sven dead for 100 seconds. Tiger back away. They're going to leave Shaker behind as well. Foxy went a little bit too deep. Looks like TFT will be able to hold. Can they find more? Tiger blocks off the Ice Shards. 4 staff going to TP out. No melt bash for Chessie. He's not level 25 yet.
And that was a great defense from them, realizing that the Sven is way too deep and that he has just lost his Aegis, and they instantly strike afterwards. It's a disaster, yeah, Taiga. That's pretty much the worst thing that could have happened for them at that fight, and it did. They just weren't really that disciplined and careful this time around. Possibly.
It's step 1. But TFT, you know, it's one step after the other. They've got to find the next move. And they're going to have to calm down, get on the map as quickly as possible, find a little bit of gold, have their eyes up, and focus on that pit in 2 minutes.
Step 1, like you said, but they need 99 more to turn this game, as they're still 14k behind. It's not impossible. This TA hits super hard. 4.4k gold as well on her with the Blink, with the Dazo and BKB.
Make happen. There's Basher queued up for Wraith King. If he buys out, is a whole other matter. Do you think he has to like gamble, or do you think he just holds the buyback?
You could perhaps buy that Basher, but I think you definitely need a buyback. As Alliance, as soon as they respawn, they're gonna be looking at attacking you again. Rosh can respawn very soon though.
One of the beautiful feedback loops of Dota is when you're this far behind. You feel like actually, even if you take a good fight, you got this gold, you want to spend it, you want to get your next big item, so you have a power spike. Huge gamble though.
Because look at these two creeps here, little spies of Radiant, just giving vision to everyone on the cliff.
They're stuck there for good. Yeah. That's Starks is doing. And I like the pings coming out. Tiger's like, look, we literally, a never-ending ward has been accomplished.
The weirdest part is they noticed them. They just started pinging them the same time I did. Like, they didn't even figure out why they had vision there too. Pretty good stuff.
They'll probably never die, so we should name them Tom and Dom.
Dom and Dom?
Twin brothers. Tom and Dom.
There's a smoke from Alliance, as we expected. As soon as the heroes respawn, they're going straight into the high ground. And Wraith King is the one welcoming them.
Done. God strength. Mercy please for the line. This arm will come out, but will it protect him? Vacuum now he joins Tom and Dom on the high ground, but the damage is done. Line is down. They almost get Frost as well. The burning arm. They throw out the Spirit Vessel to make sure he doesn't re-engage. The Doom's going to be used on the Boxy, but that is a desperate attempt by Doom. Chessie will follow up to make sure Boxy should die here, but the Guardian Crew is going to keep him alive. Buy back out from Doom. He can't even finish the kill. Chessie has to back away. BKB activated. Ignis down, who TP away. The damage is going to overwhelm him. No! Just short. One more club was needed. BK wishes the God Strength was a little bit longer.
Does manage to get out. They take a good fight there. They take down the Lion. They take down the Doom. He does buy back, but he doesn't have Doom right now. He's not really a hero any longer. He can't really do a whole lot.
But Tom and Dom lived.
Tom and Dom? Yeah, Tom and Dom lived. That's very important. Insania is listening.
If Insania is a good lad, he'll head over there now and Guardian Greaves them.
Need to heal up the bull.
Alright, clearly he's a fake good lad. All the things we said I take back. He doesn't think about
They're those two Muppets, you know, that are looking from...
oh, yeah.
From the
I remember the name. The old men, right? Yeah, they're always complaining.
Exactly.
Someone's gonna shame us in chat for remembering all the Muppet cards. You don't know what bag of worms you just opened. Lions have just opened their present for an early Christmas of 4 bounty rooms.
Boykva broke their smoke. Sentry has been dropped, but...
Fisher? Oh, this is perfect. Boxy wants to go in, but he hesitates. Doesn't want to do it just yet. Goes across. Gonna get hexed up. Had the Lotus on him, though. The Surge Forward looking onto him. They need to be careful, though. They're splitting up. BKB. Oh, no. There's this time coming out of the Sven. God Strength activated. They're trying to get Arrow away. They'll chase through. They'll cleave him down and kill him off. Chessie with the BKB. His North Tiger going to be kited out. And now they'll find Doom on their side. They'll turn around. Wraith King is all alone. No one willing to back him up. Shiva will try. He'll throw down the wall. But now they put down the Skeleton Army. Frost running away in the meantime. Get away. Tiger does go to Chessie on the side. They're waiting, though. Frost. Great Fire Blast thrown out. Surge gonna go in. Hex is gonna come out. They can't get close to that Skeleton Army though. Scary for them. Stun. Buyback comes out from Tusk. Stun follows through and returns on the line right now. They're gonna get Frost down the low ground. Not enough to kill him with the War's Punch. The Spirit Vessel follow up. They're running through with a snowball. You thought Snow was playful, but it can be harmful. They're gonna turn around, looking at Aeronet. 3 taps, 4 taps, sort of take. They'll TP out just in time with the Templar Assassin. But now Alliance are gonna barrel down mid. They need to be careful of these traps though.
They have a lot of traps to deal with, yeah, as they can buy a lot of time, but there's no buyback on Lion, no buyback on Doom. There's only one side, yeah. There's
Tiger.
And deep, bottom lane, could be fine.
They don't care about him. They realize what they can just do right now. The mid wave is up. BK is in. And, well, he's daring TFT to boldly come and face it. He gets disarmed for a short time, They'll force out the glyph. 10 seconds till Doom is up. Does have his ultimate available. Jump in. Those stuns come out. Chesty has BKB. Not a chance to use it just yet, though. And he's hexed up as well. Chesty could be going down here. The Ignis totally stuns him again. He won't get away. He has no buyback. But TFT, this might be enough. Alliance may have just secured the spot at the land. Boxy wants more, though. They go in. The stun comes out. Doom is just returned. Although the Doom himself trying to move away. But now he can't back anyone up. Frost is going to be left behind. Snowball across. They want to get rid of Doom. Bring in one more hit. Will do it. They can find out the ice chance. Will turn around Darkseer as well. Shiba protects himself with the Ghost Scepter, but Frost is running for the high heels. Brought down once. Fissure on the side. Darkseer going to be followed up onto the enchant term jump in. Boxy with Spirit Vessel will be enough to bring him down. And Frost can't move away. It looks like this is do or die. And it turns out it was going to be die a lot for TFT. Tiger just booting him up in the air and bringing him down as Frost. He will fall. He's wasting a lot of time, but the creeps are already pushing as this mega creeps. Alliance will turn in as GG gets called. TFT submit to the overwhelming force of this lineup.
Yeah, Alliance, they just played better in this series, and it's not only these. Like, they won 4-0 in general versus TFT yesterday and today, just proving to be the better team at the moment, at least. Pulling out this Clinks as their last pick was very interesting, but hey, it worked out so well for them. At one point he had 7-0 for like 9 minutes, 10 minutes in, then 17 minutes in he's 12-1. He's just had a very good performance on that Clink. Overall, the whole team played really well. Boxy with his Earthshaker again, proving why that Aghanim's is so good when you... It's in boxes. Some players, they just don't utilize that item so well, but definitely did. Overall, Alliance just a little bit quicker, a little bit better polished team, I think, at the moment than the Final Tribe, proving that they're kings of the North once again.
Definitely are. Wow, we say that. The fake kings took the crown, really, but they've reclaimed the secondary. They're the queen of the North.
They're the kings, like ninjas in
Yeah,
pajamas. They don't even. They have one Northman.
But by royalty rules, you have a king and a queen, right? And there were two teams that qualified. So, does that mean one's the king and one's the queen? No, they just lost to NiP. Or are we not counting NiP as
They're
North
not counting
now?
NiP, yeah. I just...
They are fake North, but like they're usurpers, right? They're the Lannisters trying to invade.
Yeah, they're...
All right, well, fine. We'll call Alliance Kings of the North. TFT, they're more the flops of the North. They tried, though. They put in a good... In fairness, TFT had their moments, and this game looked a bit shaky at moments for Alliance, especially with the huge power spikes that the TA had coming in with the Blink and the Deso when she finally got involved. But in the end, yeah, I think the difference here is Alliance, the mistakes they made. It felt like TFT, as you said, they just weren't quick enough. They weren't exactly rapid enough to capitalize the mistakes. Whereas Alliance, we've seen the difference between this team a few months ago and now is they're learning that there's so much you can force out of small mistakes and errors that your opponents make.
Exactly. And also, they are very fast about the way they execute their stuff versus the Final Tribe. At least it looks fast. Versus a better team, it doesn't. It looks slow, right? Versus NIP, it looks like NIP are the ones are doing everything a bit faster. But versus Final Tribe, it looked like they were more decisive in their movements. And the Final Tribe, every time they try to make a move, it just took them way too much time. A couple of seconds for the Iron Shells to come, a couple of seconds for Hansken to position himself. By the time it happens, there's already a Tusk and a Kotl there to help his core out that's being ganked. So they just played a bit faster, a bit better overall Alliance.
Doesn't mean we're done, though, Liz. This was the final game of the EU qualifiers, and that brings our qualifier coverage to a close for the season, in fact.
That's the last qualifier of the season.
Well, other than TI qualifiers, that is the one that remains. But minor majors, that's done and dusted and out of the way. That does mean we're done here, though, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Apologies for the technical issues, but it's time to bring this all to a close. And I leave you with one wonderful, warming thought. Did you know that DX Racer backwards is Rekar XD? And that's my sponsor plug done. I'm gone.
Thank you for that. The chat and we both thank you. We needed that in our...
Well, SA, I believe, is that involved still? I'm just going to pull up the schedule. Okay, I won't leave you exactly that. I'll leave you someone extra. Yeah, you've got SA action still to come a little bit later on. But we're done. We're done, so. Go relax, have some food. You could have been eating anyway. I don't know how intense the Dota is that you can't like multitask between watching and eating. Maybe that's the case. I personally, I don't know about you, Liz. I want to go get some food. It probably wouldn't have been a good idea if we'd been eating in the middle of a cast.
Yeah, some food definitely, some dinner, some good.
I mean, I already spilled
protein.
Monster over my keyboard and mouse today, so add like spitting food wouldn't have been a good idea to add to. So we'll leave with that, guys. Hang around later on. You'll find your SA qualifiers being rounded out, and then that'll be everything decided for the minor. Just a quick round out to finish of what teams have made it so far for those that are dribbling the keyboard and confused. You have got Ninjas in Pajamas. Alliance just made it as well. Complexity came through the North American qualifiers. Trounce their opponents and win. Windstrike qualified from the CIS region. Rip Navi, Rip the Dream. Mineski from Southeast Asia, and the two teams from China, the China boys that we represent in eHome, a too familiar name at these minors this season, and Team Sirius. They tried to spell Sirius. They must be Harry Potter fans. That's it. A little bit more Dota, then you've got to just look forward to Birmingham in a few days. Well, we'll have our own announcements related to that soon. Till then, guys, Killer Pigeon Lizard signing off.
Bye-bye.